In a world that is constantly evolving, there's a lot of strife, a lot of contention and toil for survival. But then what would keep one on the track, on the race of attaining success in your career, your goals, or even your sphere of specializations? Tune with me on Take a Fresh Life with McFRED for an absolute refreshing session where you learn how to keep focused on your journey to achieving success in your life. Follow me on my social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't miss it.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Take a Fresh Life with McFRED. Today we have an exciting topic to talk about. I'll hand over to my co-host McFRED to give us all the gist for today.
Thank you guys for joining us on another episode of this show. So this is where we talk to you, we give you valuable information, we educate you. So we're trying to put things in perspectives, things that seems to be wrong, but they are made to be normal. We want to change your perspective so that you begin to see things in a way that seems to be better than the way you see. So today is another refreshing one. So we can see, like in Nigeria we are now, the economy is not smiling. Let's be honest.
Honestly,
Let's be honest.
it's not.
The economy is not smiling yet. So with this kind of stagnation, people are just going up and down, trying to make a living.
Yes,
The struggle
running from
is
one place
much.
to another.
Yeah, the struggle is much. Everybody just wants to survive, to put it simple. And then it's just so funny how everybody just feels like money is the only problem they have. Do you understand? So, but what we're trying to say is money may not be the only problem you have. So in your quest of looking for money, I'm trying to tell you today that in your quest of looking for money, there are certain things that if you have in your life as an individual, the struggle you are struggling so hard to get money, you may not necessarily need to go through that route because it may, and though you are going to work hard for the money, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You're going to work
have
hard
to.
for that
It
money.
won't just come to you.
Exactly. But what we are saying is the route you are taking will give you extra stress, will give you extra ways to walk, right? So what we are trying to say is the things we try to put you in perspective to look at today may ease the stress. Your hard work will be more diligent, that hard work will be more determined.
Yes, you have a line in which you are
exactly.
going.
Now you know that you have a focus, you have a point, like you have a place where you are heading to,
A direction, basically.
direction, exactly, rather than being all over the place. You understand?
Or rather than like just hopping to anything that comes at you, just take it.
You understand?
So-
So having laid this context, my question would be, what is this thing about money?
What's this thing? What's it about money?
What's it about money? I mean, it's important to.
Very vital.
It's very important.
You need it to
But
survive.
what is this thing about money? Now, here is why we need money. As you grow up, you become, you know there is that room for advancement because you are growing every day and your growth is
Moving
not
from
physical.
one level to another
Exactly.
as well.
Your growth comes physical, mental, spiritual, in all spheres of life.
Yes. Even
Now-
in your career as well, you also
Exactly.
grow.
There is growth. Now, the more you grow, the more responsibilities.
Basically, truly, yes. Yes.
The more you grow, the more responsibility. Now, in every stage of life, as responsibilities comes, there are certain things you need to be where you want to be. Now, all of these things you need require money to get them. And that's why we need money every day. So to say that money is not important is not true.
It's
You
wrong.
need
It's
it.
very wrong.
You
need
it to
it.
survive.
It's vital.
But the purpose to which you begin to see why you need money becomes the problem.
Yes. The perspective in which you place it in, how you view it, how you look at it. Let me put it like that.
Becomes the problem.
Yes.
So let's say, for instance, a young man might feel okay, I'm at the age of 18. Okay, I'm at the age of 25. I need my own house. I
At
need my own
25.
car. Those are the things we want at a certain stage. I need my own car. I need my own house.
Yeah.
So at that point, he just feels all he just needs is money to get the house and to
And
get
the
the
car.
car.
Oh, you don't do that.
Do you see where the whole thing is playing out to why we are needing this money? It's good you need those things for your convenience and all
Yeah,
of
for
those
your
stuff.
comfort, for ease of you living your
Did you
life,
understand?
basically.
So now, coming to put it all together, you need the money to get this, you need the money to get that, you need the money to get all of this. Now, when you begin to feel like the material things you want to get with money is the only thing you need, that's where we're saying it's wrong.
That's why
Now,
we need to bring context to
to
it
what you
today. That's what
want.
we're addressing this
So you
evening.
have to understand that there is what you want and there is what you need. That's number one. Number two, see, as we are humans, right? There is you as a physical person, and there is you from the inside that needs to become. There is you in the mind that needs to grow. Funny enough, we grow faster in the mind than we grow in the physical. As you are now, there is a certain you in your head that you are seeing that in the physical you are not.
Definitely.
So now you see that the growth has happened inside. You need to manifest it from the outside.
From within to come out.
You
Okay.
begin to come out. So there is you on the outside and there is you in the mind. Now it is the you from the inside that is seeking advancement from the physical that begins to sort out ways to come physical. That's where money comes in. Now you need resources to put you to where you want to be. So the resources I'm saying is what requires money. Because
Yeah.
it is you in the advancement that is always kicking. You see, when a baby is in the womb, it's kicking to come out. A mother on her own does not need to press so hard to bring it's the baby inside. A baby can, why can't a baby kick at 5 months? Why can't
It's
he
not
kick
yet
at 6 months?
developed.
Because it's not yet time. But when time comes, at the 9 months to come out, you see that there is force for advancement.
Yes, there
So
is.
the advancement is what is requiring your rising. And that is why you are needing resources. And the resources you are needing is what money can get. So this is why you need money. Now, when you begin to have these ideas, when you begin to have all the knowledge of what you need to be where you want to be, people now begin to make ways, begin to strive, begin to do things to earn money for themselves, to become. Now, the problem we have is when we now discover that this is what for instance, I need a certain, let's say I need, at a stage in my life, I need a car. So what I just need is to get money and begin to get a car. So a guy that says I need a car and a house will just want to do anything to get money.
To get it.
So that is where the last time we were talking about the part of least resistance. You just want to get anything that is fast and easy, but not
Not
necessary.
going through the process properly.
Yeah,
and all
but it's
that.
not necessary to get what you want. That's what we call the path of least resistance. From there, the guy is just looking for shortcuts to get money to buy a car.
Easy way.
Easy way. He's just looking for easy way to get money to buy a house. The path of least resistance. You don't want to go through any process. Discipline is something that is hard to nurture. There is
It takes a lot of
there's
time.
no pleasure in it. David Oyedepo said, if you live a life of pleasure today, you will live a life of pleasure tomorrow. But if you live in pleasure today, you will live pleasure tomorrow. So your ability to delay gratification, to go through the process that will lead you to where you want to be, is key. That is you trying to avoid the path of least resistance. And one another problem is what we call the expediency factor. At that point, you just want to do anything that is easy and fast without even minding the consequences for tomorrow.
That's going to happen after, without even checking what's going to happen. You just go ahead
Exactly.
and I'm doing this. I don't care.
Do you understand?
I'm not bothered.
That's when people begin to venture into fraudster, people begin to
Yes,
venture into
different
robbery.
ventures,
Did you just,
different types of
do you
things.
understand? Just want to get into, just want to do anything. Joining gangs, just go here, do that, do this, venture into drugs, just doing things to get just what they want per time. And it's very dangerous. There are certain things when you have in your life, the struggle you will go through to get what you want may not be very much. When you build strategic relationship, when you have the skills,
The right set of people around you,
do you
and you have the
understand?
right set of
So
skills as
let's
well.
analyze this thing. Certain things you will need that may not, you don't have to go through the struggle that we are struggling right now to get what we want. First of all, you have to learn a skill.
Very important.
That's
Yes.
why we go to school. You
Yes.
see where school comes in as your journey as a person. So if you learn how to delay gratification and go through the process, you will know that the house you want to buy, you need to get a job. By getting a job, you need to know a skill that you'll be employed. You see how the process is coming through.
One after the
Basically,
other.
what we are trying to say is do not focus on the price tomorrow, focus on the process. So if you see that you need a car, you need a house, you need all of that, you need to set a goal to take you to where you want to be, step after step. So the first step you need is, I need to acquire a skill that will get me income. So you can learn a skill, you can go to school, have a profession. You need to do your mental investment, educate yourself so that you know what you are doing. After learning the skill, you need certain values to keep you, you need characters to keep you for the job, because there is one thing having a skill, there
And
is one
there's
thing
another
having a
thing
character
to
to
maintain
sustain
it,
you.
yes, to
Remember the
keep it.
story I told you when I went for an interview, and my in the interview the man asked me how much he wants to pay me. I told him, sir, money is not the necessity for life, it's just a means of survival. You see how the whole part displayed, and the man saw values in me. Do you understand? He saw values, he saw character to sustain. So after having a skill set, you need a character, you need values, integrity. How would you employ somebody that you need to worry about his commitment?
No.
It's quite difficult.
It would add stress to me.
Do you understand?
So there's no need
So
for me picking up
no
stress.
boss want to go through the stress of no. The moment you begin to think about your staff rather than the future of the company, it becomes double work for you, because every boss wants to think of something that will take his company to the next level. Not after employing you, he will now have to start worrying about your commitment again. That's extra stress. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, first of all, learn a skill, which many of us have.
Yes.
Now, the problem we have is the discipline to handle our skill. There are some guys that if you meet them now, they are good at what they do, but they cannot stay in a particular place for more than 3 months. Max. Do you understand? Learn a skill, build yourself. That's where discipline comes in. Self-discipline. You know, just have the inside character, respect, all of those things in place. Do you understand what we're trying to play out here? And then you need to build relationships.
That's very important because you can't stay alone. You need a network. You need
A
people.
network.
You need people to move with. You need people to advance you. You need people to carry you along. It's important. You can't just God did not wire us as well to
Exactly.
stay alone.
Exactly.
We need people that would also point us in the right direction when we see that what's happening
So
is not where it's supposed to
talking
be.
about the way God wired us. You know, the way God, the authority God gave man is such that his operations on earth without man's authority spiritually is illegal. So if God wants to do anything on earth, he needs man.
Yes.
So in essence, what I'm saying is, no matter how God wants to help you, he helps you through
Through
men.
people, yes.
So you need to build relationships that will help you. So that's you know all these things, don't worry, in subsequent episode we'll talk about building relationships
Don't worry,
strictly.
we will keep it for that.
We keep
We won't drop everything now.
let's not drag you, because this is like just introduction to what we want to uncover on this show, right?
Okay.
Someone said it is not what you know, it's who you know. In most cases,
Because sometimes we know a lot of things.
you
We can go
know,
to the internet, read anything we want to read, get knowledge, and then use the knowledge. But like, we need to know people as well. They're part of the process. They're
exactly,
important.
exactly. So after learning the skill, being good at what you do, you still need people.
We do.
It's so funny how somebody will say, I don't need anybody in my life. I want to be on my own. Who? I mean, even God needs you to fulfill his assignment. You are saying you don't need anybody. So when some of us don't understand the concept of this building relationship of a thing, they just feel. See, a lot of us are praying to prayers that have been already been answered. We are just waiting for a man to rise. So if you understand how this thing play, you will not need to go and pray certain prayers. Your prayer should be, God, let them, the person that is responsible for your rising, to arise. So let me put this in a scenario, in this analogy. Let's say you want to waybill something to somebody in another town. Let's say from Lagos to maybe like Abuja. All you need is, the package is ready. All you need is a delivery person that can take your
take it
package
for
to your
you.
place. As long as you have not found the delivery person, that package will still remain with you.
Definitely.
That is how it is. Some of us, God is just waiting for a man to rise that will hold us. So that's how building relationships is just so very important. It's just so
So
very
I
important.
got something from that. That means we're not supposed to be static. We're not supposed to stay. Just like this furniture. This furniture is staying. Definitely it will move
It will move.
if someone moves it.
Moves it.
So we need people to move
That's why
and to
the
advance.
the law of motion say all objects will remain at a state of rest unless acted upon by an
So
external
that
force.
acting upon needs to come. Something external, something outside of what we've been
Exactly.
used to needs to come.
Has to come. So you see how all this thing is playing out. So that will now lead us to, because some of us have heard this conversation, their head is now full. They will be like, what's going on here? So what am I supposed to do?
As in, what's the next step to take?
Like, what am I supposed to do? Because I've known my skill. At
Number
least
one,
some people may say I have the character.
I have a skill. I have a character.
And then somebody may say, I even get job. I have a job that is paying me.
Pay me
So what
well.
else do I need?
Some people will say, I have people. I have people with me already.
I even have people.
After the people, what else? What else? What's left?
So let's go to a point where we say, like in the start we said, money is not everything, but everything needs
It's
money.
money, yes.
Now, you know that everything plays out in the mind. That is why today we are not teaching you how to make money, but we are teaching you what to do, that you will not need to go through the hard work you are going through to get the money you have been looking for.
Yes. We're giving you nuggets on that today.
Exactly.
As the nuggets we're dropping.
The third law of motion says action and reaction are equal but opposite in direction. Now I will reflect that back to, you remember when I was telling you about the triangle of life?
Yes.
But let me keep it simple. The output you get is determined by the inputs you have.
Yes.
So what we are saying is, maybe you are where you are because of the way you have thought life is. Because a lot of us just have a lot of we just have a lot of perspective about life. It's not the reality, but we are working towards it.
Yes.
So everything plays out in the mind. So what we are basically trying to say is, when you surround yourself with the right mindset,
The right people, the right mindset.
you begin to see that certain things you see as problem may not necessarily be problem. There is a certain level of understanding you grow to, that you begin to see that what you used to think should be the problem is no longer the problem. Because let's say there are some people that when they were smaller, like I told you a story when I was younger, maybe I want to eat food, It's just to go and tell my mom that I need food. Fear. I was so, for me, it was like a big problem to talk to. But at time when I grew up to some level, I just need to go and find out if this food is not for somebody. I will just eat it. So now you are feeling that the whole world is against you, the whole world is on top of you, your head is just full with, because of the stress, everything, the toxicity, you just feel the whole world is around you. So just after having that play out in your head, you just feeling so heavy. Ask yourself, what different am I supposed to do? What is different about what I'm supposed to do?
What should I do differently from what I've been doing
Doing.
all along?
So,
That's important.
in my book that is coming out, Victory Through the Eye of a Needle, I highlighted few things. So this is the story I lay in the book. So will try and round up with this.
Let's not drop that now. We drop it small,
Yeah. I'll
small.
just give it nuggets so that by the time the book comes out, you get it. So imagine you are a chubby person.
Okay.
You want to enter through a door, or you want to go through a path. You discover that your size cannot warrant you.
To go in, yes.
So what will be your first advice? They will tell you to take a special diet that will make you lose weight.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
So
exercise as well.
Do some exercises. Because when you eat sugary stuffs, fat, you need to take vegetables, do some stuff. I'm not a food specialist, but you need a special diet to make you lose weight, right? Now, the second scenario I've also laid in that book was take off your clothes. So imagine you go to the pool to swim. You cannot go to the pool with your luxurious clothes. You need a swim. You need a swimsuit.
Yes.
Why? Is because when you have your luxurious clothes on, the weight and the obstruction, the resistance is much. But when you have a slim top like this, you can go freely. And then the last thing I said was apply lubricants.
So you
to
can
say that
through.
When you want to go through that part and those obstacles, your body is stuck, it's not flexible. When you apply lubricants, you move faster. Now coming back, so for you that is asking, what am I supposed to do? Change your focus from what you see. So how do you change your focus now?
How do you change your focus?
What I'm saying is, instead of going for money itself, you need to go for the things that needs money. And the things that needs money needs your values on the table. They're not forgetting the point of gratitude. Some of us have a lot of things, but because we are not paying attention to ourselves, we cannot even see what we have.
We have things deposited right in us, but because we're not paying enough attention, we can't see
even
what
see
we have.
our progress. You see, if you don't pay attention to yourself to be grateful for the things you have, you cannot even see yourself. You cannot even, you know that you grow every day. You grow on a daily basis, but if you don't pay attention, you may not see. Now, growing on a daily basis, I didn't mean physical growth, mental growth, because what we are talking about is in your mental. I want you to change your thinking. Because that's what we say, if you change your input, you will have a different output. That's why I say action and reaction are equal but opposite in direction. So when you change the way you think, you begin to see certain things play out differently for you. Right? So to expand this, you might want to join us on the next episode next Sunday by 8 p.m. We'll tell you how you can work all of this in your mind, and then you can come out successful on your journey on becoming a successful person. Because what we're teaching here is basically
How to be successful.
how to be successful in your journey. Because I've been through the journey, I've seen certain things in my life that I just want to share my experience. We just want to share our experience, even from the subsequent guests that we'll be having on the show. We just want to share our experiences with you and see how you can learn from it as well. So the last thing I want to say to you is, remember, God cannot do for you what you must do for yourself. So you have to take action now, right? So we thank Sister Okwe for her generosity, and then I want to thank our sponsors, Broken Walls Media. I want to thank Witty Techniques. I want to thank Witty Beauty Shop for sponsoring us. To all our sponsors, I want to say thank you for sponsoring this show. We see how for you doing that, it means you have believed in the vision that we have carried on. We just want to extend our gratitude. And to all the crew, want to say thank you. Please, guys, watch out for us on the next episode next Sunday by 8 p.m. Thank you so much, Sister Okwe. Thank you for this
Thank you for
honor.
having me as
Thank
well.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you guys next Sunday, 8 p.m.
Bye.
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 In a world that is constantly evolving, there's a lot of strife, a lot of contention and toil for survival. But then what would keep one on the track, on the race of attaining success in your career, your goals, or even your sphere of specializations? Tune with me on Take a Fresh Life with McFRED for an absolute refreshing session where you learn how to keep focused on your journey to achieving success in your life. Follow me on my social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't miss it.